Hey, um, I hope you all are well. Thank you for being here. It is much appreciated. Um, let's see. So, interesting night, interesting morning. Lots of dreams, lots of strange ones. It must have been kind of busy brain stuff because it's all kind of fading into the background now. And that's usually the distinction, is it's super vivid and stays with you as though it's real and really happened, or is it just kind of starting to drift and you have to work to remember it, and then by the middle of the day you don't even recall most of it or any of it. That's just usually the busy brain, the latter. But this morning when I got up, I wanted to grab this mug. Last night I felt like I needed the celebration mug. And I even had it out on the counter next to the coffee pot. Excuse me. And then this morning it's like, no, I feel like there's grief somewhere. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with my voice. It wasn't like that like 5 minutes ago. Today we need to see with clarity and reason. The word reason just popped in. So we need to see with clarity and reason today. And try not to let our emotions get in the way of seeing with clarity. I don't know what's going on today, but I hope everyone has a good day. The message I kept getting when I kind of dug into that a little bit, because I'm like, why am I feeling sadness and grief? I shouldn't be feeling that. There's no reason for it. And what I heard was, even if something looks like it's unpleasant at the beginning, it actually is for the best possible outcome later on. So, you know how we frequently have those things that a lot of people call blessings in disguise? I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened here. Whew. I feel like that's it. Okay. I also feel like the throat and voice thing. I feel like there's a spirit. Yeah, there's spirit around. And that may be where all of this is coming from. Where is the spirit coming from? I also feel like there may be someone who lost a child or like a pregnancy. The child hadn't been born, but someone lost a pregnancy. I'm very sorry for your loss. This was definitely a wanted child. I'm not getting a lot about it. I'm just hearing that you need to understand that it's okay. That this could not have survived full term or outside of the womb just because of some issues during development. So you didn't do anything wrong. This wasn't a punishment like some, I don't know, whatever's going on through someone's head. This was just, there was a malformation of some kind of a heart valve, I think. So this was a little further on in the pregnancy when it was lost. I feel like it was a little girl. She would have had dark hair. So just understand everything is okay. That little soul is just watching, and there was nothing that could be done. And this, the way it happened, believe it or not, I know this might be hard to accept, created even less trauma than had the baby survived the birth and then passed later. So I'm sorry to wake you all up with this kind of heavy message, but it's now lifting and lightening. And okay. All right, thank you. And thank you, little spirit. Yeah, she is your little angel. I think you even called her that. All right. Yeah, that was entirely that. That was entirely the feeling. The caution is don't try to medicate with alcohol or anything else to push the pain down, as easy as that is to do, to not feel or think, because it's going to take you away from a bigger mission. Okay? And that's the biggest reason why this little spirit came in, because they want you to understand it's okay to grieve, and grieve for a long time. You will never get over that loss, quite frankly, but when you start working and creating the life that you're looking for you and the family you do have, that's a way of showing honor and respect for her, instead of you crumbling and withering away, which she doesn't want to see that. I'm asking on a soul level, so we know a physical level why this didn't happen. On a soul level, why were you not ready to come in? It wasn't the right time. It would have ended badly no matter what, even if she'd been born healthy. I'm hearing it was too soon. There was too much that she still needed to work on, and she knew that it was too soon. Okay. There was also a lesson in this. There was a lesson in this that was created because of the loss of this little girl, that created a shift in the mother, the father, the extended family, and it made them embrace each other, I think, a little bit more. All right. Thank you. All right. That was a really kind of heavy, it was a heavy energy and a heavy message, but all is well. All right. So I am using, I was going to use the unfolding path. They're saying okay, but it's going to be this part's going to be a short reading. All right. Mother and Father God, Spirit Guides and Guardians, what is the message you have for the collective today? The Hanged Man. Well, right away, it's always look at things from a different perspective. But this one is a very creative and artistic looking, actually, hanged woman in this case. But with look at the crown chakra and all the rays of light coming off. Oh, and I love wisteria. Wisteria hanging from the vines. Beautiful flowering. It's like what is the message then? When you see things from a different angle or perspective and radiate your life in all directions, not one thing as bad, not one thing as good, just radiate your light in all directions, that's when the true beauty and artistry of who you are shines forth. You don't have to be afraid and push things away that you feel are dark or scary. It's just be where you are all the time and radiate where you are all the time, and everything changes for the better. And that was it. One more. Open it up. Oh. Which side? Both? Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So interesting. So there are 3 cards here because all 3 were reaching out to me. It started with the King of Wands. And with the King of Wands next to the 7 of Cups and the Magician with the number 8 infinity symbol, number 8 sideways infinity symbol in the Magician's hands. So, to clarify the Hanged Person card, radiating light and beauty in all directions to diffuse anything that could be scary, but really isn't, as long as you're who you are all the time. You have a great deal of manifestation ability right now, and you don't have to work at it. You just have to think the thought and say it. Or even if you just think about it a lot, like, I really wish I had, I really wish I had, I really think I need, blah, 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 blah. And you just keep going over that. And it's like, yeah, I think I do. Well, oh well. It'll come along when it needs to come along. As soon as you say that. Oh well. It'll happen when it happens. That's when the wheels start turning. It's almost like I can hear old gears cranking up and starting to creak and pop as they start to turn. What you think becomes your reality really quickly. So be careful where you put your fire energy, but just remember, you've got that king energy. You've got that fiery king energy. You can point your staff, and so it is. You've got the power of a magician to create and manifest. So when you are making choices, because I feel like there's a choice that's getting ready to be made, understand that you have this ability. Don't think of the worst case scenario, or you may very well manifest that. Okay? Remember what I keep hearing. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. The decision's going to be an easy decision. You know what is in your heart. You know what is in your mind. You know what is in your gut. You know at a gut level what is right and what feels right. So when the time comes, oh, this is twofold. So, it's getting all interesting now. All right, this is getting dicey now. So it's not just you making a decision about something. It's you deciding whether someone's telling you the truth about something. Well, isn't that just something? All right. Let's see with clarity. All right, so you have the ability and the power and discernment to see clearly. Have your team come in all situations, and I feel like this is like today. You know, it's happening today or tomorrow. Before the stroke of midnight. I swear to you, that's what I just heard. So, you okay, Miss Maggie? All right. She just got her new fresh bed, so, you know. I guess she needs a little drink. Yeah. Interesting. All right. I'm going to go to a deck I haven't used in a while because I feel like we need some clarification, and this is going to be it. We're going to get it here. This is the Rana George Lenormand, and she adds a couple of cards to the deck, and also it has on it, well, let me just show you the box. Cool box. Nice little size, small, flips open, you know, easy peasy. Really nice little small deck. And with the all-seeing eye, evil eye, and Hamsa on the back. So, just a very cool deck. All right, Lenormand is read differently. I always read cards in the upright unless I specifically hear to go ahead and take a reversal. But Mother, Father, God, what is the message? I feel like this is still a continuation of that last one. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about a decision or using discernment and seeing the truth of a situation in the next 24 hours? Within the next 24 hours, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay, that went flying upright and pretty fast. 5. 5 can often mean change. All right. It's in the playing card deck, it would be the 5 of Hearts. It's also a tree. Trees are rooted and established, but this one is on a slope. I feel like things could go in either direction. Usually with a tree, it's rooted, it's grounded, you can pull from the power of the earth. Because also I put my own spin on how I read stuff and what it means to me. So these are jumping off points. Spirit, help me to understand why we got the tree, why the Five of Hearts. What is the message about a decision to be made of truthfulness or of actions or of situation in the next 24 hours for parts of the collective? This is a general reading. It can't apply to everyone, but for whomever it applies for, it's happening super fast. What is the message? Please clarify the tree in this deck. Please clarify the tree. Your roots go deep. You know who you are. You don't have to worry about what anyone else says or does. You will see with clarity. Don't be afraid. This is interesting. Okay, good. They're saying don't be afraid to see clearly. Don't be afraid if the wind starts to blow, because you are so firmly rooted. You are so firmly rooted that you can't be upturned. Even at an angle, your roots are so deep, and it's on a cliffside, so it's kind of going, there are rocks. I can feel them, I can sense them. There are rocks under there that the roots are going down in. You are firmly rooted in who you are. It doesn't matter what information comes in. The only thing that matters is that you trust your own judgment. Card number 1, One of Hearts, rider, a man on a horse riding in. This is going to come in pretty quickly, and this horse has a leg up. It's moving. It's not in a gallop, but it's an even pace, but it's coming in. Okay. And it's riding toward the future. So you're going to make a decision that's going to affect the entirety of your future. Okay. Card 22. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just asking, so what is this? It's showing multiple paths through town. Rootedness in who you are to make your decisions about your life. Galloping forward. The horse is heading into a city with many roads and choices to make. Again, choices to make. The choices will have to do, I'm hearing there's movement involved. There's still more movement involved, not just the horse with the leg up, but there's going to be movement in which road to take, in which direction to take. There is still movement, and I feel like there's going to be a choice to be made about the direction you take symbolically, but also a literal direction you take. Someone is thinking of going somewhere, leaving a trip. I don't know if it's a short-term trip or a long-term trip, but someone is thinking about leaving. You're going to get, for those of you that applies to, you're going to get some information today by the end of the day, probably later in the evening, that will affect your choice and help you to understand what it is you need to do. Now, this one didn't come flying out. However, card 9, getting very close to the end of that cycle. And sometimes 10 is almost like starting over. So, because it becomes 1 again, numerologically. So, this one was adamant about sticking out sideways in the deck and would not, no matter how I tried to regroup the cards to get them like, like this in one form to put back in the box, it kept sticking out sideways. Now, this is a very positive card. It generally can only be, as far as I understand it, in the Lenormand, be read as a positive card. So you are getting a gift. Gifts have been coming up a lot this week. You're getting a gift of something. You're getting what, and I heard for some of you, it's the gift of wisdom, the gift of understanding, the gift of knowledge. I think that's the prominent message here. That's the dominant one anyway. A decision is coming in that you didn't know you were going to make. It's going to be fast. And it's going to be based on your intuition and your truth and what you know and see as the truth. I think some of you are going to be asked to do something that maybe you're unsure about because it's new, but that feels like a very small number of you. I feel like this has more to do with you are going to learn the truth about someone in your inner circle, someone extremely close to you. You are going to learn a truth about them. And it's going to change the way you move forward. Now, I'm not saying it's good or bad. For some of you, I feel like it's going to be a deal breaker. And as hard as that feels, it's okay because it's leading you to the place you really need to be anyway. For some of you, it's going to be just that settled sense of, I knew there was something. I knew it. And it's okay. I feel like there is still that, and it's separate from the first message about the lost child. I feel like there's still someone connected to this information that has a wounded heart. And I don't mean like heart damage. I don't mean physically. I mean, they are a wounded individual. And I think there may be a little bit of fear and trepidation about exposing maybe who they really are or what they really are, or there's a big bunch of bravado that's on the surface. I feel like there's going to be a sense of relief when that's released and the truth is witnessed. Go with your gut. Your gut will tell you what to do and how to handle it, and ask your team to step in front of you and expose the truth of a situation. They're not going to give me more specifics because this is going to depend on the situation and the person. But what they think is a big secret, I think you already know what it is, and so it's not really a big secret. You're just sort of like waiting to see if it's going to come out. Oh my gosh, that's it. So you're with a person. It's either an intense friendship, like a soul connection, a loving partner, something like that. And you're like, I know you're hiding something, but you're just like, it's okay. You do whatever you need to do to feel secure in your own life. But today something's going to be said or come up that's going to expose it. And they think it's going to be a deal breaker for you, and you already know what it is. So you're just kind of like, I've just been waiting for you. Come clean. One of those. This is actually, oh my gosh, this is actually kind of funny, really. Okay. And it's never good to keep secrets. It's never good to hide stuff. But this is not something that is a big deal in the long run. It's actually something that is, what I'm hearing is someone is saying, well, I just didn't want you to think badly of me. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, it's never good to keep secrets and lie, and this should be the last one for you. I wouldn't accept that kind of behavior indefinitely, but I feel like it's okay. This is not anything devious. I'm hearing lie of omission. lie of omission is still a lie, y'all. Okay? So, but it's also, you don't have to tell everybody every single thing if you don't want to. So a lie of omission, if it doesn't come up and it's not applicable and it doesn't affect anyone, my gosh, at a certain age, there's stuff in your life you even forgot about at this point. But this is something that has to do with something that does connect the two of you. Okay. It's going to be okay. If you want it to be okay, it will be okay, and it will be a good story later on. They want me to give an example because this sounds awful. The first thing you would say if somebody is keeping something from you is, heck no, just cut that off right there. So they want me to give an example. It would be like if someone saw you in a grocery store and kept going to that grocery store hoping to run into you and oh, wow, I just love this store so much. That's kind of a lie. It's that kind of lie. They don't care about that grocery store, but they saw you there once and they just want to keep going back to see if they'll have any chances to strike up a conversation with you. Okay, so they bought, I don't know, whatever, way more times than they needed just to go there and see if they could see you. So it's that kind of thing. So it's nothing horrible, it's nothing, bad, but it's just one of those little things that becomes a funny story later. But you're sensing something and it could blow out of proportion. Okay. If it isn't addressed. All right. Took a long time to get there. Let's do this. We've still got a few minutes. Let's do the Adam Barrelay Crystal Connections cards. What is all right. And let's get some earth energies and spirits of the natural world, our beloved elementals. Our personal spirit guides and guardians. What is the energy from, let me rephrase this. It's not what message does a particular crystal ally, just like an animal ally, have to say. It's what I'm asking is, provide the cards for parts of the community or the collective that would be good for them to focus on, meditate on, or have near them today. What energy will parts of the collective, it is general reading, what parts of the collective will need what kind of stones to work with today? All right. Thank you. I need them to come out of the deck, please. What is a stone or crystal ally that the collective will need to... I don't know what this is. I haven't seen it yet. They said put it face and leave that there. So we know we got one. What is a crystal or stone ally that someone in the collective needs to work on today or work with today? So this one just clearly flipped out. Aw, celestite. Celestite is a beautiful, beautiful stone. It doesn't show it. My light changes the color of things. It is just this lovely, gorgeous, clear sky blue. Angelite. If you've ever heard of angelite, I believe that's celestite in its polished form. I think I love the raw form. And it looks like a little geode usually. It's gorgeous, but and that's celestite. High vibration stone. It's a very comforting, nurturing, soothing stone. If you see it in polished form, do I have one right here? I think I do. If you see it in the polished form like this, then it's angelite. Okay? So we're going to put you right there. All right, the one that I just said, that said take it off the top and look at it, put it face down. Zircon. Wow. All right, so a lot of you have heard of cubic zirconia. Zircon is a totally different stone. There is a natural zircon that comes out of the ground. And as I understand it, cubic zirconia was actually patterned and developed after the look of zircon. Zircon generally has the same refractive index as like a lower end diamond. It can, not always, but some of the really good quality zircon, you would look at it and think it's potentially a diamond. Now, it's not going to be like the higher range of them, but it's still gorgeous and shimmers and glitters and glows and has a lot of refractivity. It comes in a lot of different colors. It comes in clear. It comes in brown, like a cinnamon reddish color. It comes in, you name it, there's a spectrum of zircon, and they are gorgeous. I particularly find them to be a very high vibration stone. Totally underrated. It says, I am a child of the universe, connected to the earth and the stars, dancing in step with the world. That's a fantastic. Thank you, Adam Barely. That is a fantastic affirmation. Remember who you are. That message, again, remember who you are. Balance your physical and spiritual life. Don't be frightened to stop. Attend to a niggling health concern. Treat yourself to something small that will add beauty to your life. Sit on the earth and look up at the stars. Remove yourself from situations and listen to yourself and your guides. Current troubles are caused by an imbalance in your life. Once you're certain on a path, act immediately. So, and what I'm also hearing, commit to yourself. Commit and be committed to yourself. If you don't have any zircon, look at a picture of it and focus on it. Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And for celestite, let's see what that one said. Okay, I allow the beauty of my heart and soul to shine. How lovely. Beauty exists in all forms. When you learn to see how the world is unfolding in divine protection, you will have no choice but to see how beautiful life is. Align yourself with beauty. Allow it to inspire you. See it in all things, and most importantly, see it within yourself. Shine your inner beauty into the world. Celestite and angelite are both just just not even nurturing so much. It's just this sense of wellness that comes from them. Gorgeous stones. All right, 2 absolutely fantastic ones. All right, love these cards so much. All right, now we are moving on pretty fast here. I do feel like I need to do the Pulp Tarot. Love that deck so much. I do feel like I need to do just 1 or 2 cards from this one to round out the reading, okay? To round out the reading. And, you know, tomorrow there won't be a video. That's kind of when I'm going to get some things taken care of and recharge and do all that good stuff. One more time. Okay. Hopefully get out and commune with nature a little bit. We shall see. What is the message for the collective? Queen of Cups. What I heard was open it to the middle, or open it where they wanted me to open it, more like it. Queen of Cups. And the message. Your heart is protected. No one has ownership of your heart but you. When you come into alignment with who you are not at risk You are not at fault. You are not anything other than a loving, compassionate, genuine human being. And you are the Queen of Cups. People want to be near you and they don't even know why. And sometimes it's a heavy burden to feel like you are responsible for other people's emotions, but you're not. You're not emotionally you're not responsible for any part of their emotions. All you have to do is make sure that your cup is full and there's enough to overflow. No one will ever go thirsty or hungry around you because you have so much light and love to share. Be well and know that you are loved. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Okay, I'll see you on Monday. I feel like when we come back on Monday, things are going to be very different, and it's kind of fascinating to sit on this precipice of something. I feel like sitting on the edge of a cliff just looking down and watching. So for those of you in the thick of it, be good to yourselves and know that you are good no matter what, and know how strong you are. For those of you who have friends that this reading is for, hold space and just listen if they need to talk. Find your friends. Be with the people that you feel like are your people this weekend, whether it's through a phone conversation. Please understand that. I just have so much immense gratitude and love for each and every one of you. And we are going to make this an exceptionally good day. And for whatever reason, or for whatever is going on, we are going to show a level of strength. It's going to be legendary. There's a big old 80s word for you. Everything was legendary and epic. All right. So, enjoy. Have a good weekend. Peace be with you.